Workplace accidents can affect an organization in a big way. They are often sudden and create a sense of panic and uncertainty. No one wants to see their coworker get injured on the job. It is important to not only provide a safe workplace for your crews, but to also be prepared should something bad happen on the job. Workplace accidents can impact Duro's business in a variety of ways. Failure to take prompt and immediate action can delay the care and treatment of the person that was injured. This can lead to long-term worker health issues and unnecessary medical procedures. Workplace injuries also impact the company financially. They lead to increased work comp insurance costs and drive up the company's accident rates, which could result in failures to procure additional work with our general contractor partners. Accidents also impact worker morale and productivity. Workers start to question their safety and the ability of Duro to take care of their people. Knowing what to do and how to respond to a workplace accident can greatly impact the profitability and safety of the project you are on. When it comes to being prepared for a workplace accident or injury, taking a few moments to ensure you have the proper processes and documentation in place is crucial to worker safety. A little bit of work on the front end can save a lot of time and headache should an incident occur. It is important to make sure that all field leaders know and understand the company processes and policy regarding workplace accidents. All employees on the project should be made aware of the site-specific programs and policies, as well as the emergency response procedures, both for Duro and the general contractor. It is a requirement that all projects have specific paperwork and posters in a prominent place for employees to know and understand their rights and the actions to take in the event of an emergency. When it comes to the accident and injury process, there are three main areas of focus for field leaders to pay particular attention to. Those include reporting the incident to the proper person and the timeliness of the reporting, the collection of all pertinent data, and the completion of all required company documents, and the continual follow-up and communication with the injured worker and any additional claim processing or reporting as per governmental requirements and company policy. Injury reporting is a critical part of the accident process. Timely reporting helps to ensure that prompt and relevant medical care can be administered to the injured worker, state and federal regulations are met, insurance requirements are adhered to, and reporting details and accuracy are captured. All situations are different, but as a result of your training and knowledge, if you feel that the injury requires immediate medical attention, call 911 and get the professionals en route. Once you have assessed the situation and contacted emergency services or administered first aid, your next few calls are important. All workplace injuries should be reported appropriately. Even if the injury is minor and does not warrant medical treatment or first aid, you should still report and document the incident. Contact the Duro Safety Department to notify them of all incidents. Provide as much detail as possible so they can determine the next course of action. It may be prudent to follow up the call with a text message and provide basic information of the incident. If safety cannot be reached, contact the Duro HR team and notify them of the situation. Your next call should be to the project manager, and if necessary, the company president. The project manager can help address any issues or concerns with the general contractor owner. Depending on the severity of the situation, the general contractor or owner will need to be notified of the incident. Be sure to familiarize yourself with the job site requirements and protocols for emergency response plans. The general contractor may have additional team members to assist, and there may be additional documentation that will need to be provided. In business, documentation is king. Well-detailed and thorough documentation can help address many questions or issues that may arise and assist in investigating an accident. As a field leader, it is extremely important that you assist in capturing good data and provide accurate information in the reports. One key piece of documentation is the Duro Accident Reporting Packet. This report packet contains vital information for emergency action plans, filing a work comp claim, locating company-designated medical care facilities for the injured worker, identifying what happened, and addressing preventative measures. One of the key pieces of the accident reporting packet is the list of company-designated medical providers. Injured workers have the right to select which clinic and doctor they wish to be seen by. They can only select from the list provided. It is important that the injured worker identify their selection, and sign, and date the document. As you complete the accident report packet, be sure to include as much information as you can. If you do not have specific information regarding the employee personal details, or the treatment, these sections can be completed at a later date. The investigation portion of the packet can be completed, as time allows, following the incident. Priority for the injured worker must come first. The investigation should be completed in conjunction with safety, as details about the situation are uncovered. The purpose of the investigation is not to place blame, but to understand what happened, and identify areas for improvement. Corrective actions should identify steps that need to be taken to prevent future occurrences, and the people responsible for making it happen. The report should include signatures from all parties, and include any supporting documentation. It is important to get a statement from the injured worker as soon as possible. The longer it takes to get their statement, the less detail they remember about the incident. Statements should be detailed, and include what they were doing at the time of the incident, what their work process was, and why they performed the work in the manner that they did, who directed them to perform the work, and any other contributing factors, or observations they may have. Be sure to have the worker sign and date the statement. If there were any witnesses to the event, have them provide a detailed summary of what they observed. Encourage them to avoid making guesses or providing thoughts on what happened. At this time, it is only relevant to collect the facts of the incident. On our projects, sometimes we utilize employees from other organizations, or staffing agencies. Although these individuals are not Duro employees, they are under our direction, and care while on our project. If one of these individuals is hurt on the job, it is important to make sure that they are following their company's guidelines. This process should be covered in the site-specific orientation, and as a field leader, you should ensure they have emergency contact information for their company. When an accident occurs, have the worker contact their agency, or employer, for guidance on seeking medical treatment, and paperwork that will need to be completed. They must go to a medical provider designated by their company. Duro is not responsible for directing their medical treatment. Notify the Duro Safety and HR department of the situation, as well as the project manager. Safety and HR will need to follow up with the company representatives for paperwork and other information as necessary. The injured worker will not be allowed back on site until they have been cleared by the Duro Safety and HR team. It is very important that the process implemented by the company or agency these individuals work for is followed, as these injuries will be handled by their workers' compensation insurance carrier. If you have questions regarding non-Duro employees, contact the Duro Safety or HR team. As the injury claim progresses, there are some additional items that you need to be aware of. It is important that you encourage the injured worker to continue to attend all follow-up doctor appointments. Even if the worker does not feel the visits are necessary to their recovery, they are a critical part of the work comp process. Follow-up doctor visits help keep the claim on track and doctors can better manage progress. As a field supervisor, you are responsible for helping provide modified duty that is in alignment with any work restrictions the injured worker may have. If you have questions or need assistance finding tasks, contact the Duro Safety team. One of the most important aspects to any workplace injury is maintaining communication with the injured worker. This is a critical step in their healing and management of the claim. Workers tend to heal quicker and respond better to medical treatment when they feel connected and valued. Some final actions to keep in mind with workplace accidents. It will be necessary to follow up with the Duro Safety team in order to complete the accident investigation. Helping to identify root causes and contributing factors can help prevent incidents from happening again. Be sure to follow up on any action items that were identified during the investigation. It may be necessary to participate in an executive event review. The review is an opportunity for the Duro leadership team to talk with all parties involved, and to identify areas for opportunity, and identify potential organizational weaknesses. This meeting is not to seek blame, but understanding. As the claim closes, the injured worker will reach maximum medical improvement. This means that the worker is fully healed and can return to working their normal job without restrictions. Thank you for your time in learning about the Duro workplace accident process. If you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, please contact the Duro Safety or HR team.